Hey folks, my name is Ravish and welcome back to a new video in the series of Let's Talk DevOps. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about 5 mistakes that people make in DevOps interviews. Do watch till the end and make sure that you do learn to avoid these mistakes. Now, before moving further in this video, I would like to request that do hit the like button and the subscribe button as it supports me to create more content like this. So without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing is not knowing your project. This is the major problem I have seen with a lot of people. I've been taking interviews for quite some time now, and most of the time I ask this question in my first 3 questions, please explain me your project. And even after working on the project for quite a long, people do not even know the life cycle of their project. I ask them to break down the project or pipeline in a number of steps and explain to me each and every step of it. People fail to answer even that basic a question. So this is the golden rule. You must always know your project and its life cycle, because an interviewer can ask you anything with the steps, with the project and anything that it touches. So make sure that you know it. The second thing that can cause an issue as a mistake is not knowing the tech stack you have been working on. Again, one of the biggest mistakes people do is not knowing the tech stack they are working on. If they're working as a DevOps engineer, they can't even name the tools and technologies used in their projects. On asking, they do not know what all programming languages are used in the project, why this is necessary, why that is necessary. Because if you say my project is in Java, I would like to ask more questions on it. Like, how do you compile it? What did you do? What did you use? Gradle, Maven, and the conversation follows up. So as per my experience, a lot of people forget the database and the monitoring part and have a zilch idea about it. So I would like to quote that in some cases, a candidate tries to beat around the bush and say some random technology, and when the follow-up question comes up, they fumble because they haven't done anything concrete on that actual work. So here is my advice. Get in touch with your project manager or a dev and ask them about the flow if you do not understand. Ask them about the tools they use and the technology that use, and then you will see a better understanding of the project. So this is the advice from my end. Do not repeat this as a mistake. The third thing is not knowing your roles and responsibilities as a DevOps. Again, this is one of the major issues, that people do not know what are their roles, what are their responsibilities. Now, I know that you have copy pasted a lot in your resume, but when it comes to an actual interview, you tend to forget what you do. Interviewer asks you and you forget. And then people just answer that I click on a button to run the build and watch them pass or fail. So if you do that, you are clearly not a DevOps engineer. A DevOps has multiple roles and responsibilities. It totally depends on your experience with the product or with the project, and it comes naturally. But if you do not have that, again, sit with some senior DevOps folks or a dev or a project manager and try to understand what they are doing and how you can learn from them, because this will help you in the longer run. So I hope you have understood this part. The fourth mistake that people have been doing is no extra knowledge apart from your working area. Now, I know you have been doing extremely well in your roles, but when an interviewer asks you anything out of your comfort zone, you tend to fumble and do not have anything to answer at all. Now, for example, let me quote something. If you know Jenkins as a CI tool, that is all you know. No idea about the other tools in the market like TeamCity, Circle CI, Bamboo, etc. If you know AWS, then you have a blind eye towards GCP, Azure, OpenStack, and every other aspect. So one thing is, I agree that you cannot know everything. Even till date, I do not know everything, and staying in the tech stack of your comfort zone won't help. So this would be my one advice, that do not restrict yourself to just one place. Do not restrict yourself to just one technology. Make sure that you study about everything else. Make sure you know that what people are doing. Go and join some communities. Make sure that you go through LinkedIn, and there are a lot of communities and groups over there from where people learn. People share a lot over there, and then you'll have an idea of what is going on exactly in the market. So this will help you a lot. So this is the last point for today, that no roadmap knowledge. Now this is the most interesting point, as I have seen this point ignored in more than 80% of the interviews that I have taken. Folks have no idea about what is going on in the project. They just simply nod their heads to the senior, more of a like yes sir kind of a person. They do not ask cross questions in the meeting. They do not know what their product is doing. They do not know what their project is doing, and they do not have an idea what it would look like within 2-3 months, if not 6 months. How does this help you? you will be prepared in advance. You have been creating infrastructure manually, let us consider, and your managers are thinking to moving to an IAC, which is infrastructure as a code approach. This will help you prepare in advance down the line basically. So you will go through CloudFormation or Terraform or Bicep, ARM templates, follow me, there is plethora of it. And once this is opted, you will be already ahead in your game with your prayers. This will help you improve more as an individual and as a DevOps or a senior DevOps engineer. Okay, so this is the fifth point that I wanted to make clear that you know. That is for the video folks. I really hope you liked it, and if yes, do hit the like button and the subscribe button to my channel because it really supports me to create more content like this. So I will see you very soon in the next video.